Hi guys, I'm Lauren Terry from brightsonwhite.com. I wanted to show you a little bit about how to make a dollhouse in a box. This is a super fun winter activity. So most of my furniture and things I either made or found online at a website called Consumer Crafts, or you can also just look at, I know Michaels has a lot of miniature stuff, so does Hobby Lobby. I like the selection at Michaels best, but mostly I got this stuff online at Consumer Crafts. But I also used a lot of just either little things that I had, a lot of popsicle sticks. So you can see I bought this table and this, but these little knobs are buttons. The burners are buttons as well that I got on Etsy. And then this is just a nail for the faucet that we bent. I used a lot of popsicle sticks for shelves here. And when you're putting your shelves in, I just kind of super glued them in to hold them. You want to be sure your shelf is tilted this way towards the back of your cupboard and not tilted towards the front. Otherwise all your stuff will fall out really easy. Also, just on these curtain rods, I just used pony beads for this, and I saw this online. You take one bead like that, and then you're going to take your next bead and you're going to glue it on its side on top of that one. You can see then that'll be like the little thing that holds on your curtain rod. Okay, now for some of the different tools that I used. For most of the wood, I used either popsicle sticks or just paint sticks, and you will want to have some sandpaper so that you can sand off these numbers. For most of the cutting of my wood, I just used these are called tin snips. And you got to be careful, you know, not leave these around if you have some, but they're made for cutting metal, so they cut the wood really easily. Also, I found that, what are these called? Q-tips are really helpful to have around, as well as just some paintbrushes. And then I used some normal stain, but I also partway through just got myself one of these little stain markers, and that ended up working really nicely. Also just nice to have on hand when you're staining, obviously not wearing clothes that you care about too much in case you have an accident. But I also really liked just having some medical gloves and baby wipes on hand. And then for glue, I used a lot of wood glue, just typical wood glue you get from the store. Also epoxy. This kind of glue is really strong and it sets in just a couple minutes. You squeeze it out, it comes in these two tubes, and then you mix it together, and that's what makes it adhere. But it smells pretty terrible, but it is very strong. And then also just some super glue, but I really recommend for a lot of the detail work that you'll be doing to get this gel kind in this bottle, because if you get it in just like a normal bottle, it's just harder to really have the control. Also, I would not recommend using Gorilla Glue, because that glue, it puffs up when it dries, and I started running into problems with that. Also, just last thing, I found these little buttons at Walmart, and then I put a nail through the center. You can see that the button is originally just like this. So I put a nail through the center, and that's what I used for a lot of my knobs and different things. So yeah, this has been a super fun project for me, and I hope some of you enjoy making your own little dollhouses.